A rough night for the shorthanded Celtics against the Bucks. My name is Mike Petralia, joined as always inside TD Garden by Josue Pavon. The Celtics lose it 120 to 107 here on Friday night. This Garden Report is brought to you by Action Heat. Go to actionheat.com and get some toasty, comfortable wear for your entire body for the wintertime. It's great at actionheat.com. Save 20% off your order by going to actionheat.com/garden or by using the promo code Newsfeed. All right, too much Giannis, and the Celtics did not have Al Horford, Marcus Morris, and Aaron Baines, of course, just recently with surgery this week, actually on Thursday, to repair a broken finger. So you figured it would be a long night, and Josue, the Celtics were out-rebounded 44 to 27. I think it starts there.
Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, those two guys, they were just so vital throughout that postseason run, especially in the series against the Milwaukee Bucks. And you saw that tonight. You felt that tonight. You saw what they missed on the offensive end. You know, when you have someone like Marcus Morris, someone like Al Horford, guys who can stretch the floor, guys who are a constant threat, especially Marcus Morris. I mean, the way he's been shooting it this season, he's always a constant threat. You need guys like that to get opposing bigs out of the paint. And when you don't have that, it makes things really difficult, especially when you're not rebounding at a high level. And this is the end result.
Celtics were forced to start Semi Ojeleye. Yes, Semi Ojeleye at center to deal with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo had a very good, as you would expect him to have, a very strong night. 30 points, 8 rebounds, and he really dominated inside when he wanted to.
It just seemed unstoppable at some points. You know, it really reminded me of like LeBron James. I'm like, this is like LeBron James all over again. You know, as soon as LeBron James leaves the Eastern Conference, here comes Giannis, who easily, in my opinion, is the MVP of the league up until this point. I know it's still relatively early, but when you see what he does out there on both ends of the floor, he just really changes the game and makes things very difficult. But, you know, to piggyback on your point about the rebounding and the defense and the interior defense in particular, I was really surprised that we didn't see more Robert Williams tonight. And I get it. You don't want to put Robert Williams in a situation where he has to play 20-plus minutes, but I thought we would see him somewhere between 14, 17 minutes, you know, steady minutes, times throughout that third quarter when the Celtics really made a push and needed someone like that in the middle to create stops. He was just really, really missed throughout that third quarter when the Celtics had a shot to really narrow the gap down to, I don't know, single digits and then sort of go from there. Without him, without any interior defense, without any rebounding, it just made things really difficult.
Really, I think that was about trust from Brad Stevens. Look, it's the first half of Robert Williams' rookie year. He doesn't want to throw him in there and have him lost against a guy like Giannis. That would be bad news all around. Chris Middleton had big shots in the first half as the Milwaukee Bucks, Josue, turned a 10-1 deficit to start this game. Celtics playing with tons of energy and finished the first quarter with a 34-12 run, and really the Celtics cut it to 11, 10 points several times in the second half, but could never get it to single figures.
Yeah, and that's a lot of credit to the Milwaukee's defense. I mean, they just, from top to bottom, it wasn't just Giannis, it wasn't just Thon Maker, it was a lot of guys who were committed on the defensive end, forcing the Celtics to take shots, and the shots just weren't there. They were constantly being contested. You know, guys like Kyrie Irving was being contested. Jason Tatum was taking some questionable shots, attempts that he was forced to take. And that's exactly what they wanted to do. They didn't want the Celtics to get comfortable in the paint. They didn't want the Celtics to get comfortable in their trips to the free throw line. And it made things really hard. But I got to give some props to what Jaylen Brown did off the bench. I mean, it was really pretty much the only spark plug off that bench, and it was a big reason why they were able to compete and close the gap, so to speak. But also, the Celtics overall, I mean, they really took care of the balls too, Trags. I mean, 4 turnovers, much to be said about that. If you're a silver lining guy, there you go, fellas, Celtics fans, viewers. 4 turnovers. Jaylen Brown is, you know, seeing Semi Ojeleye start, I thought may have a negative effect on him. It certainly didn't. He put together a really good performance here, but obviously it just wasn't enough.
Highlight of the night was Jaylen Brown posterizing Giannis with about 8 minutes to go. But you know what? You know what, Josue? He flexed and he showboated and he taunted Giannis with the bicep flex right in front of us, as a matter of fact, and he picked up a technical.
He did, but Trags, that's the kind of thing that you want your team to get them pumped up, get them more focused. And I thought that was going to be the case. It was the other effect, right? It was the Milwaukee Bucks getting upset and Giannis' teammates shoving it down the Celtics' throat. So it didn't work out.
No, it did not. Did not work out for the Celtics here on Friday night, who after an 8-game winning streak have lost 3 in a row. They still have 2 more home games on this homestand, 4-game homestand. Charlotte on Sunday afternoon, and then, of course, the 76ers on Christmas afternoon. But the Celtics lose here on Friday night, falling to 18-13 on the season, 120-107 to the Milwaukee Bucks. This Garden Report has been brought to you by Action Heat. Go to actionheat.com for some toasty and warm winter weather wear. Action Heat has got you covered, literally and figuratively, Josue. Right. Receive 20% off your order by going to actionheat.com/garden or using the promo code Newsfeed. Inside TD Garden, he's Josue Pavon. I'm Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.